The younger me, he would have just skipped over this whole video. He didn't understand the concept of bulking. He didn't want to do it. So this takes me back to Jan 2022. I was a skinny fat kind of guy. This was my body that time. So that's when I discovered the gym. I started going there on a regular basis. But instead of bulking and increasing my muscle mass, I went on a cut. I didn't fuel my muscles. I just started eating little to nothing, and that's what made me end up like this, extremely skinny and not the kind of body that I wanted. I wanted that athletic kind of body which made me look sort of aesthetic while also, being able to play sports and, use my body for the best optimal use. But that's not what I ended up being. I just ended up being extremely skinny and, extremely thin. And that's what happens if you go on a cut straight away. That's the problem with most of the people who start the gym or start their fitness journey, is that they cut too early. You don't deserve a cut right now. A cut only happens once you've already reached that level of muscle where you can actually cut down and actually show something. Otherwise, you're just cutting down fat to get another layer of fat underneath it. Then you're just skinny. You don't have any muscle. So, where does your muscle come from? That comes from bulking. And that's the concept we're going to explore in this video today. So, I discovered bulking in June 2022 when I started watching Hamza, and he sort of explained to me why bulking is important. And that's what made me, go on my own bulk. And over the next 6 months, I have gained around 15 kilograms of muscle. And this is what I look like after a 6 month bulk. And I'm honestly extremely proud of myself and my progress because I've been going consistently to the gym. I've perfected my diet, not eating any processed foods. And this is me now. The bulk is honestly one of the best ideas you can do if you're at a skinny fat body or at an extremely skinny body. But most people are confused as to how to bulk. And from personal experience, I'm telling you, it's extremely confusing and can take a long time to actually perfect. But the best approach for that I can recommend for you is to firstly try and understand yourself. So there are two types of bulking approaches that are very common today, which is the lean bulk and the dirty bulk. I would honestly throw the dirty bulk out the window straight away because the idea of a dirty bulk is to gain weight, which is a lot of fat as well as a lot of muscle. But how will you cut after that? It'll be extremely hard to cut. I do not recommend a dirty bulk because it also increases your visceral fat. I'll talk more about visceral fat, subcutaneous fat in the following videos. But for now, all you need to know is that visceral fat kills you. It causes metabolic syndrome. It causes all those diseases. So that's very bad for your body. And don't go on a dirty bulk because it'll make you feel worse about yourself and your body when you look in the mirror, and it'll honestly make you want to quit because that'll make you fatter and you don't want to be fatter. That's the only reason why you came to the gym, to become fitter. So that's why I recommend a lean bulk. A lean bulk, you also gain a little bit of fat, but you gain a hell of a lot of muscle. And the muscle is what we're here for, the gaining of the muscle. So in I would honestly recommend a bulking phase of around 7 to 8 months if you're a teenager, because I honestly think that a very long bulk will honestly not make you look as good as you want to be. Post that, how do you actually bulk? The no bullshit way to actually bulk. So the first way to actually bulk is to increase how much protein you consume. So protein is an incredibly essential macronutrient that you need in your body. What protein does is it feeds your organ, it feeds your cells. All of your cells are made out of amino acids, which are proteins, which are the building blocks of life. I would say have chicken breasts, have salmon, have fish, whatever you need to have, which are high in protein. Have those, a lot of those. I used to honestly have 5 6 chicken breasts in my peak of my bulk. Post that, have a lot of eggs, egg whites, egg yellows, because eggs are also amazing source of protein. Decrease how many carbs you have. I would honestly say carbohydrates are killers of your physique. They honestly give you some sort of energy. So I would say before you go for your session, have a couple maybe peanut butter sandwiches, etc., and fuel yourself for a session. But I would honestly say don't have too much of carbs. Even in your bulk, even in your lean bulk, don't have too many carbs because that increases your fat. Protein is very essential for you. Have a lot of protein, and that's how your diet should go. A lot of protein. I would say make your protein the most essential macronutrient in the body, then carbs, then fats, etc. Everything is needed, but in limitation except for protein. I would honestly say protein is a supplement because of how amazing it is. Protein is a cheat code if you have it in the right amount. So that's the end of this video, and I hope you learned something from this. Thank you.